Biden has now become Zedekiah in his harvest. For I gave you space to repent, but you would not. Because you would not step forward and repent in front of the nation and the nations, I will now make you a spectacle before the nations. I will now make you a spectacle before the nations, you will and your sons. Bye, Biden. I saw people applaud your leaving. Had you have repented, they would have heralded you as a hero, but you would not.
Well, as you know, the G7 in Cornwall, Joe Biden's first major summit as US president, has meant also that he's had an audience with the Queen at Windsor Castle. But questions have been raised about his mental acuity after a series of embarrassing gaffes, including this bizarre response to a reporter at his press conference yesterday.
When you're having these conversations with European allies who are very concerned about these sanctions, how do you justify that? And what are your plans?
120 days. Give me a break. Need time.
Well, he's been president for 145 days, not 120.
Why anyone would listen to Biden, I have no idea. Why anyone would let him near a press conference, I have no idea. This is elder abuse.
And for example, the rebuilding of Syria, of Libya, they're there. Provide food assistance and vital assistance to a population that's in real trouble. I think I'm going to try very much hard to. It is. And by the way, there's places where I shouldn't be starting off and negotiating in public.
Joe Biden fiddles with a flashcard of anti-Trump talking points during a press conference in England. Biden brandishing the card labeled DOJ talking points while speaking Sunday in Cornwall.
I'll take your questions, and as usual, folks, they gave me a list of the people I'm going to call on. So, Jonathan, Associated Press.
Twitter is mocking Joe Biden again for using a prepared list of reporters to take questions from following his highly anticipated meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Congressman Greg Steube said, "How is this acceptable?" Special Advisor for Communications for Senator Ted Cruz, Steve Guest, said, one word, embarrassing.
It's one thing for literally criminals to break through cordon, go into the Capitol, kill a police officer, and be held unaccountable, and it is for people objecting and marching on the Capitol and saying, you are not allowing me to speak freely. You are not allowing me to do A, B, C, or D. And so they're very different criteria. I caught part of President Putin's press conference.
Are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident he'll change his behavior. What do you do all the time? So when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months you'll be able to determine.
What I said was, let's get it straight. I said what will change their behavior is that the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating the fact.
But given his past behavior has not changed, and in that press conference after sitting down with you for several hours, he denied any involvement in cyber attacks. He downplayed human rights abuses. He even refused to say Alexei Navalny's name. So how does that account to a constructive meeting as President Putin?
You don't understand that. You're in the wrong business.
It's a summit with China.
And get this, during the remarks, President Sippy Cup once again botched his favorite line from your Declaration of Independence.
I made it clear to President Putin that we'll continue to raise issues of fundamental human rights, because that's what we are. That's who we are. The idea is we hold these truths self-evident, that all men and women, we haven't lived up to it completely, but we've always widened the arc of commitment and included more and more people.
Look at your screen. At one point, he took off his coat, dropped it on the ground, took off his sunglasses, and then put them back on. Then he took them off again, then back on again.